All right. How is everybody? Guess I should sit close to this. Oh, you know why it sounds so quiet? Because I have my headphones pretty quiet. Gotta save that hearing. Abby, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? Hello. How has your evening been? And did you get to enjoy some sunlight? Yeah. I was almost late to my own stream because I gave my wife a ride to work. My new computer came in. So, I bought an M1 Mac. They seem to be doing really well. I am pretty excited about it. But I'm also a bit worried because apparently the Elgato capture card that I got has some known issues with the new Macs because they're not running Intel stuff. And I've looked through a bunch of decent walkthroughs and different stuff, so we'll see. It seems that I'll still have problems, right? This is a great example of life in general, of that new things don't take away your problems, right? I'm still gonna have problems, but once I'm streaming on my old setup now, and once this stream is over, I'm gonna wipe this computer. We're planning on giving it to a friend, and I need to redo this whole setup. And maybe this afternoon I'll even be able to test some gameplay, but we'll see. I'm even setting up this computer as a new computer. I'm not using a backup or anything. I've been using the same computer backup for the last, I don't know, how old am I now? 14 years. So yeah, leave it to Mac to make those problems expensive and difficult. Right. One thing that is surprising me though is this is how bad it is on this computer is when I would get an email to confirm something, I would usually look it up on my phone because it would be faster for me to pull my phone out or to find my phone than it would be for me to like open the mail application or to like go to the website. And on this computer, it's so fast, it's kind of freaking me out. I'm used to like opening things and like pulling my phone out and waiting for it to open, you know? I'm used to like that kind of stuff, or even closing things, right? Like it would take so long to close things, like I just kind of close it and leave because it'll close in a few minutes or whatever. And so having a new computer, it's kind of scary, like in a good way, of that like I was like opening applications and they were just opening, or I was closing applications and they were just closing, you know? Like I was like, oh, holy crap. Like I'm like, it's opening before I can even get my phone out of my pocket. How am I supposed to browse Instagram if, you know, my computer isn't loading all the time? So hopefully streaming issues won't be too bad. I'll do my best to figure it out. And I love, a lot of people are like, oh, like, let us know, like, what you're, you know, we can help you get stuff set up. And it's like, everyone I know, not everyone, a lot of people I know are not Mac streamers, right? The, most of the people I know are PC streamers. Like, really only, like, the Nintendo people are Mac streamers. Like, most of, like, everyone else streams off of PCs. And so, like, I'm like, you guys, you can't help me. I'm not expecting any help from you because I'm on Mac. And they're like, oh, why are you on Mac? And I'm like, you know, we've already had this conversation about why I'm on Mac and why I can't leave. So that's super exciting. I actually was kind of hoping it would come during my stream so I could be like, oh, hold on, someone's at the door, and like go get it. But it came early this morning. So I spent some of the morning downloading stuff and signing into everything. I haven't had a new computer in 8 years, so this is pretty exciting for me. But because of that, a couple things. There's a few more people here now. We're going to eat these today. This is it's like deep fry. It's a fried mochi. Really, they're kind of like chips. This is just like salt flavored because I'm basic. You know, so like this is what it looks like. Hold on, let me pull that up. This is what it looks like, and it's kind of loud. They're very good, kind of reminiscent to pork rinds or something, except it's not pork, it's mochi, which is interesting. So I am not feeling particularly creative, except in problem solving. Oh man, then look at this. Look at my frame up job. What is this? You can see like my hair ties that I'm not using. Look, there's my like leg down here. You can see some wires. Awkward. What is going on here? Let's switch it to a little bit closer. Oh my gosh, Soyholic is in here. Is this the first time you're in my stream? Welcome, I just started. So here's the problem. The problem is that no one's in here yet. So like shouting out, you guys, you already know each other. Oh, I did that too soon. Remind me to shout you guys out, and I will happily do that when there are more people here. On the last stream, you were making some really chill music. The last stream I caught. So here's the funny thing: we are making chill music, but this is step 2 of the process. So I just got my new computer, came in. I'm not feeling particularly creative. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Cubase's. This is a song that is already done. Okay, well, it's done. It's arranged and set up, right? Okay, so here we go. We have Ocean Swells, Sly Submersion, or Smooth Stones. This is for that, like, next album, like the Underwater Stroll kind of like sequel album that I want to work on. We need to mix these. We need to master it. We need to add effects. Do you guys have a preference of what we're going to work on? And you know, Abby and Soy, you guys are actually new. I've been doing this a lot on stream. I get kind of worried that, like, people are too used to my mixing process. But you guys are actually pretty new, so it's not going to be a problem at all. I'm psyched for this because that's what I heard last time, and also for the album, and I was loving it. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is, so these are all the tracks. We've got 17 tracks, which isn't a lot, but for my music, it is a lot because we're going to have to go through each of these tracks individually and like spruce them up and then mix it into whatever we want to make it, right? So like when you only have 4 tracks, it's only 4, and 17 is more than 4. First thing, going to go on the master bus. This is this one right here, the master volume. And we are going to add a limiter. I use FabFilter's Pro L2 limiter. This is to squash true peaks so that like if Spotify or whoever else decides that my music is too loud and they want to squish it, it's not going to be a problem for them to compress it. Okay? So that's the first thing we do because we're creatures of habit. This song is only... No. Oh, it's only 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Okay. I need to like shift around. Like I'm like way too far from this iPad for me to really see what I'm doing here. Okay. First things first. What does this song sound like? Yeah, you're learning today. I'll break down this whole process. Okay. Right, it's this one. What does it sound like here? Okay, so we got a lot going on. And right now, it's mostly what we would say is straight down the middle. There's not much panning. Everything is right in the front of the mix. You can really hear it. And it's hard to differentiate different things when you listen to it. We need to fix that. We need to fix a lot. There's a lot that needs to happen here. Oh, God. And we need to choose where we're going to start. So we're going to start with track 1 because I'm a creative, but I'm not creative. This is beautiful, right? So we're going to go to an insert effect slot, and probably the first thing we're going to do is we're going to EQ this bad boy, right? Because why not? EQing right now, there's nothing really troublesome in these frequencies that we need to worry about. Why are you not? It would help if I was selecting the right thing. Okay, there's nothing troublesome in these frequencies yet, but one of the things that we have to keep our ears open for is like you can have some troublesome frequencies, like you want to just filter off, right? So like we don't need anything below 100 hertz on this sound, right? Really, we don't need anything below 100 is fine. And so basically what I'm doing is I'm throwing on a low pass filter so you can see there isn't really sound here. I mean, there's a little bit. There's a little bit of sound you can see like coming up. That sound is gone now. We're not going to have any weird frequency stuff going on. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to compress the hell out of it. Because that's what compression, you don't really need to do it. But I was taught to do it. So we're going to do it. We're going to compress it because why not? This is kind of the main sound, primary sound. So we can kind of mess with it, but there's not really a lot I want to do with it. One thing I do want to do with it is make it wider. So we're going to use this mix widener. And Frazzy, what is up, my friend? You love my Atla Wahangi. Thank you so much. I have a huge tattoo on my back. That's Avatar at the Last Airbender. Here, let's let you see it. Hold on. Check it out. Yeah. My wife bought that for me for streaming. Isn't it cool? Frazzy, it's good to see you. What do you need, my friend? Does it have to do with mixing and mastering? Because that is currently what my brain is thinking about. So, if you're wearing headphones, maybe you can hear when I switch this on and off, it gets kind of wider or not. I'm trying to make a sea shanty for Screw Up, but I can't get the right beat. What would be easiest is for you to make the beat first and then have people sing to it. And with sea shanties were originally like sung on ships, kind of like a cappella style, for people to be working and stuff. And so any kind of percussion that you would do would just be like, would be people like hitting the boat, right? Because they were like work songs to keep people working. Like that song, What Would You Do with a Drunken Sailor? I did that for Tony, and can you guys hear that? I can hear it, but I don't know if you can hear it. You can kind of hear it. So like that song, like, what would you do with the drunken sailor? What? Right? You know that song, right? And you would think that, like, well, what should you do? You could be like, what would you do with the drunken sailor? That's a little boring, but you could do that. Or you'd be like, what would you do with the drunken sailor? What would you do with it? Because that's really simple. And that's really what you want to do with shanties, is keep them simple. They're beautiful. You don't really need to do much. Okay. Send effects are for a different kind of effect, right? Well, Frezzy, does that answer your question? Do you have ideas? What one are you doing? Send effects are for different kinds of effects. We're going to use it for reverb. We are going to use the Stratosphere Cloud Reverb because I just bought it for $5, and I'm going to get my money's worth out of this reverb. So let's turn the mod up. We're going to turn up the wet mix. You know, we don't need a super long one. Let's do a 4-second decay. So that's like, decay is when it does that. Woo! I can hear it. And let's turn that down. My favorite reverb is Black Hole for giving space, but I don't think we really need that. You know what would sound nice? We used this a lot in the last one too. Would be a nice shimmer reverb. Instead of making one because I'm lazy, why don't we, how will the mountain one sound? Let's turn it up in the mix. That's kind of nice. It gives it just a little bit of grit. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can really clearly hear it in my ears. Right. All of us in our ears, basically, right? I kind of want to add a little something, but I'm not sure what. I have like a nice ambiance maker called Early Reflections. That sounds kind of nice. Contextually, it sounds like this. Alaka Jam, you can hear it. That's what's up, bro. Streaming in a few. Sir Elkhorn, so I'll be lurking. Much love. Thank you. Alaka Jam, welcome in. Guys, Alaka Jam is another music producer. You guys should check him out. And also, my good friend Sir Elkhorn is streaming. Please check him out. Okay. This is the main sound, but we're going to turn it down. We will get to everything. We'll get to everything. I'm just doing everything as it goes. Okay, let's do Montreal next. This is just a pad. It's not a pad. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a Rhodes, but it's just a Rhodes that's doing some pretty basic chord holds. So we're not going to overdo it. We're not going to overthink it, right? Like, that's my whole motto with music making is I don't overdo stuff. Let's see. How we doing? Yeah, we don't even... Yeah, we can, like, trim up to there. We'll throw a compressor on because we like compressors. Because, you know, compression is just, like, it's a sound that people are used to also. Somewhere about there. All right, let's see. Damn, I don't... Nearly this many effects. I need to download some plugins. Bro, you do need to download some plugins. You should check out some good plugins, man. This one, we're going to freaking throw on the Stratosphere Reverb, which I like. Come on, turn you down. And we're going to use Black Hole. If you do not have Black Hole by Eventide, Alaka Jam, buy it. It is so worth it. It's a huge part of my sound. Check it out, man. It's such a great reverb. I love it so much. It's one of my favorites. And you know what would be kind of nice in here? We're keeping it simple. Let's throw on an auto pan. And what we'll do is we're going to turn the rate down to like 15 hertz. I find 15 to be the sweet spot for like slow movement. And we'll do like a 65% mix, so it's not like all in one ear. This one is basically done because this is really a very backgroundy kind of sound. We're not even really going to hear that sound. Except like maybe right here. And even that, there's like a new one. Lunatic, welcome in, my friend. How are you? Are you still streaming? Hold on, now I'm going to check. Is Lunatic still streaming? Because if you... No, he's not. Okay. I was going to be like, dude, go back to your stream, man. But it is good to see you. So this is one of the reasons I didn't really want to work on this, and I've been putting it off for a really long time, is because you guys, there's a lot going on here, you know, like normally I like to work on tracks. So this is a bass, by the way. We're doing the opposite. We're cutting off high frequencies. There's a lot going on here. We don't need a compressor for this. We don't need reverb for this. What we do need is an auto pan, just to make it not be quite as in your face. I actually use an ebb and flow preset and I slow it down, usually. 17 tracks is a lot to work with for me. I mean, I'm sure Alaka Jam has a lot of his stuff has a lot of tracks to it, but I normally do like 4 to 7, 4 to 8, so 17 is just a lot. Next time I'm gonna raid you, I really want my viewers to listen to your music. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Alaka Jam, does this app work with any VSTs and plugins? Well, plugins on iOS are called AUV3s. 15 to 20 channel tracks. See, I feel like that's a very respectable amount of channel tracks, right? It's a lot, and you can have a full sound from 15 to 20, but it's not like insane. I have a friend who makes indie music, and one of his last songs had 132 tracks in it. And I was like, bro, this is why... He's not watching this. This is why you don't release any music, man. Because he's like, dude, how did you release 4 albums in 1 year? That's insane. I'm like, I release 4 albums in a year because I don't spend 6 months working on one song with 132, 142 channel tracks. It was insane. Skinny, welcome in. Here, Skinny Cook, let's eat. So... VSTs in this are called AUV3s. I have a bunch of them, and they do work in Cubasis 3 and a bunch of other things. You just have to make sure that they're compatible. They also work in AUM. Yeah, 50, no, and that's true. 50 is a lot. We don't need reverb on the bass. I actually do use a specific reverb on basses, you guys, and I'm not gonna do it on this one. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna do like a rough mix really quick, because there are some things that need to be... It'll just be easier for me if I just do a rough mix, and then we'll tweak it more. What's this? This doesn't need to be loud, and you know what? We're gonna have that come off a little bit to the left. That doesn't need to be so loud. We're about to get some drums. This one is mostly just to give beef to this one. Turn the bass down a little bit. This should be quieter than the lead. This shaker is fine. I like it. I like this sound too. Let's turn it down a little bit. It's a little too loud. All right, that's actually a pretty decent rough mix. Oh, wait. Kingston, this can go down. And this shaker can go to the right. And this like fun little thing can go a bit to the left. Oh my gosh, Skinny Cook, thank you for the bits. Hurricane Kitten, thank you for the bits, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm just like freaking vibing and working here. Shout out to Hurricane Kitten. Shout out to Skinny Cook. Wait. How do I spell that? The Skinny Cook. No, not that's Frazzy. The Skinny. There we go. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Happy vibing, y'all. Yeah. That's what's up, you guys. Thank you. We are doing, we are working on some mixing and mastering. This seems good enough for now. This is good enough for sure. Oh yeah, what is that? Is that 3? That's 3. This can be up a little bit actually. Okay, so what have we worked on? We've worked on this bass. We've worked on this. We're gonna work on Helsinki. I'm kind of going in order. Oh man, this is another very basic pad. Pads are kind of like glue for me. I just like to throw them in so that there's like some sonic cohesion, if that makes sense. So we have a lot of stuff in this mid-range frequency, which can be kind of muddy, but depending on our stuff, you know, maybe it won't be so bad. But I like these higher end frequencies, so we're not going to trim them. We're going to leave them. We're going to throw on a compressor again because, you know, reasons, right? Because we love compression, even though we don't really care. Let's just throw on a little pad or a little reverb. No reason to go crazy. That's basically done now. So contextually. And so like these are both pads. One of the things we can do, this is not a pad, that's a Rhodes. What am I saying? We can actually turn that up a little bit in this pad. And one of the things we can do, just to give it a little movement, is pan them a little bit. Just a little bit. We don't need too much. Let's go back to the beginning. See how that little bit of movement in the bass really helps, right? I'm gonna make some food and have my headset on to vibe. That's what's up, bro. Thank you. A little bit of movement in the bass helps. This intro sounds really nice. Let's keep going. So this sound is a Lexington sound, and we're actually not gonna do much with it. I call this sound texture because what it's doing is adding a lot of texture. We're gonna do a stereo delay, and I'm just using, keep them separated. I'm just using a very basic plugin that comes with this app. I don't think it comes with, I think I bought it. Come on. And we'll use Black Hole again just to widen it a little bit. And we'll do let's saturate it. No, yes, we're gonna saturate that. And let's add an auto pan on this. And the reason I do auto pans, you guys, honestly, is complete laziness. I do auto pans so that I don't have to drop pans in myself. You guys know that pan life. Like, you can draw it in yourself and do it yourself. And there are some artists who are like really control freaks about their stuff. I'm not one of those artists. This can be quiet. Like maybe like there. I like almost don't want you to hear it. Like, that's nice. I followed you on Instagram. My name is not the Skinny Cook, though. Okay, well, just let me know. Comment on something or shoot me a message, and I'll know it's you, for sure. Okay, so now let's do Kiev, because this is another texture sound. You hear that? Pretty quiet. Honestly, doesn't need much. Let's throw Black Hole on there because I love it. And this is another cool thing, like with music and really art in general, is who cares? You know, like if you like it, that's what's up and you should do it, you know, because like we all have different artistic preferences and all of that kind of stuff. Like I use the same plugins for a lot of things, and you know, you can talk about that maybe it stunts my musical growth or something, but sounds nice. Let's turn that up a little bit. I want to hear it a little bit better. Okay. We're going to do this lead sound. This is a very primary lead sound in the song. We want it to sound beautiful. We want it to be powerful. We want it to cut through the mix like a knife, right? So we're going to filter off the troublesome low end so we don't get any boomy stuff. Honestly, I would love, again, to saturate that a little bit. Woo! What does it sound like with delay? Let's widen it too. Let's make it big. I will look at chat in a second, you guys. Okay. Contextually, let's hear how that sounds. Woo! Now I'm like turning it down. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, so we got a few sounds coming in at the same time. Next sound we're going to work on is this. This is one of the most important sounds you can have as a musician. Everyone here needs to take notes. Jam, are you still in here? What this sounds like is just a click, right? Just a click. Not a big deal. It's so much more than that. This is one of the... So, Bad Snacks. There's a music producer out there called Bad Snacks. She's one of my favorites. And she released an album called Bathtub Bumps right around election time. And there's this song on it called Same Water, Different Seas, which has like this really beautiful bass line in it. That's really the basis of the song. She's a music producer, but she is a violinist as well. And it has like this beautiful bass sound and this beautiful violin lead over it. And she uses a click sound like this with some reverb just like this. So I'm stealing. This is stolen. This is a stolen trick. It's beautiful. And it's just such a nice little ambiance like sound. Here we go. It's just so beautiful. It's perfect. It's a perfect sound. It's on, since I heard that album, it's on a surprising number of my tracks. Blackheart, welcome in. It's good to see you, bro. Are you not sleeping yet? I'm just mixing, man. I'm mixing and jamming. I always hate these streams when I start them, but then I'm loving them. Okay. Let's mix this upright bass. We're going to freaking saturate the crap out of it. It's funny because I like really basic, boring basses, but I also like my basses to have a little power. We're actually not going to EQ it. You know, honestly, this thing sounds great. Let's just throw on... So when I'm doing basses, I don't normally like to use FabFilter's Pro Reverb, but I do like it for this because I have a little more control. I can see it a little bit better. And let's make that real dark. Perfect. And we can turn it down. So it's just like a little... So it's not so boomy, right? I don't really know how to describe it other than boomy, but that's what it sounds like. Sly Dillinger for the second month. Bro. You know, you guys, I don't think Sly streams, but he is an incredible member of a NAV. I love this guy. He is incredible. Please check him out. The same with Blackheart. Blackheart's in here. These are some of the OGs in our community since we've started streaming on Twitch. That part could be complemented by some acoustic strings. You know, I wish I played acoustic guitar. I'm trying to convince my wife to let me buy something for let me buy like a nicer ukulele, because I do play ukulele. And I'm like, it's for music. And she's like, we're saving up to move into a bigger house. That's her response for stuff. Okay, let's go back. What do we got? What's coming in next? Drums is what's coming in next, but let's pretend I don't know that. Okay, we're going to do both of these drums at the same time, because we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to saturate the crap out of them, because this is a summer upbeat album. And so you might be asking, like, why would I saturate them, which basically just makes them louder and warmer, and then turn it down? A big part of that is I want the energy without the volume. Like 10 doesn't need anything. What is this? Did we do this one? We didn't do this one yet. We're going to. All right, who's in here? Did I miss something? Oh, Grave Redeemed ASMR. I will get to that. Hold on. I will eventually. Dang, I think I'm getting your stream super delayed. What's up, man? Shout out Grave. Thank you for shouting out Grave. Thank you for shouting out Luna. Now we're going to do some ASMR. What time is it? Is there a time on that? I don't even know what that reward redemption is. Let me see. I don't even remember. Okay, a few minutes. Cool. Here we go. Starting now. Hey, guys. Hey, what's up? This is a Rhodes sound, which is one of my favorite sounds in all of music. So we're going to take a little extra care with it, right? We're going to go ahead and throw on a EQ. We don't need any of this low end, and honestly, we don't really need this like super high frequency stuff either, so we're just going to quick trim those out. We're going to go ahead and throw on a compressor because we're creatures of habit and we don't change. So let's throw a compressor on. That sounds beautiful. Perfect. Let's hear how it sounds with a little bit of black hole reverb, because I love black hole reverb. Maybe a little shimmer. Let's get a little shimmy. Yeah, a little shimmer. And you know what else would be nice? Because we want it to kind of keep its purity. We're going to put this on. Let's slow this down. Actually, let's do smooth sailing. And we'll do 15. And let's go ahead and turn it up a lot. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like to about 75%. Okay, and now what we're going to do. Oh, Farmer's in here. Thank you. That's good to see. Oh, Soy is here for a few minutes. Yeah. Okay, Soy's talking. Okay, I'm reading again. Sorry guys. Welcome in, Farm. How are you? Thank you for shouting out. Pyro. Farm, it's good to see you. Can I get a shout out for Produce Farmer, one of the core members of a NAV and a very, very good friend. Also a very talented musician. Definitely check him out. Let's do this sounds nice. How does it sound contextually? Beautiful. Alright, what about this sound? What is this sound? Ooh. This just needs some reverb. Let's just throw some reverb on that. Because that sound isn't really constant enough for us to do a ton of work on it. Let's switch to this one. This sound. And also, as you can see, as I continue to mix and change things, one of the things that I do is I get lazy and I stop doing certain things. Like this. I will, but I don't want to. I should throw on one of these, because we don't need any problems with these frequencies later. Right? So we're going to go ahead and switch back to a whisper instead of a soft talking. And now let's go ahead and throw a compressor on this, because again, we're creatures of habit. And there are no rules in music making. And since there's no rules in music making, I'm going to keep the rules that don't exist. So let's throw a compressor on. I like the idea of a delay on this. Oh yeah, baby. Get that little Stratus reverb right there. Oh yeah. Perfect. think that's good enough. The last things we need to do is we're just going to throw a little bit of delay on this thing and this thing. That's it. We're mostly done with the effects. You're gonna, sorry for the shout out. Sorry, I'm playing Apex. No worries. Thank you for the kind words. No worries. I'ma lay down. Good night, Blackheart. Have a good night, bro. And I hope you get the rest that you need, that you dream good things. Thank you for that hydrate farm. Okay. We can fade in easy enough. Do we want to use other fade-ins? Why don't we listen and mix and decide here if we're going to do other fade-ins or not? That shouldn't be faded in. We want it to cut, right? Oh, Graves doing another ASMR, okay. What we want to do is we want that sound, we want it to cut through. We want this to cut through as well. These are just like percussive elements that don't need whatever. Nothing else really needs to be faded out. So let's hear how that sounds together. Farm just redeemed no chatting, just jamming. So here we go. Ooh, eye contact. Here we go, here we go. Oh, I broke it. Whoops. Whoops. I actually really like it too. I like the eye contact one. It's nice. So everyone in America, I feel like, is familiar with Pocky, so I don't need to explain this one. Oh, these are good. It's just like strawberry. Oh, these are nice. Darn it. I had a note in my mind of something I wanted to do. I think It was turned down track 3? What's Pocky? This is Pocky. It is a stick with a dipped in chocolate. This is dipped in strawberry. Or it's, in Japanese, they call it poki. Like pokey, like they're gonna poke you. And it sounds like this. Oh, Pyro, can I get a shout out for Soyaholic? You guys, Soy does these like super chill, really great streams. I've been watching her the last few days. If you don't follow her, you should check her out. We also know all the same people, apparently. And somehow we just met. This sounds fine. I'm just gonna try one more time. It's a small world, right? I like started watching Soy, and then I started seeing her everywhere. I was like, oh my god, you know so-and-so? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my god, I know so-and-so too. Ugh. That's exactly what it sounded like in my home, too. I was like, ah, hey, I know you. I met Soy through Abby, but somehow I didn't meet Soy in all of these other streams. This is nice. Okay. Guys, we're done mixing. That seems fine to me. So we're going to do a mix down. Okay, we can like delete these. I'm not doing anything with these. I don't even know what some of these are. Okay. Mix down. Ocean swells. Stands for unmastered. Start the mix down. This is the fun part of the process. Where we watch loading bars. So, you know, I feel bad for you guys looking at that loading bar here. You can look at me for while we do this. You can look at me looking at the bar. I think I talk about this every time. I wonder how much of my life I've spent watching loading screens. I don't even want to know. But I do. I really do. But I don't. I don't want to. Alright, we got... So we're going to go into my... Oh, crap. Ocean Swells. That's what it was called, right? Yep. 110. 110 BPM, guys. 110. 110. So what we're going to do... Now... We've gone into my so I have a different project that I use for mastering. It just helps keep my head on straight, really. Apparently I was mastering something really freaking long. Okay, we'll keep like a measure, an extra measure of that beautiful decaying reverb. Okay. So we're going to go into this mastering track. So basically what we've done is we've exported the track the way it was. I have a few plugins on here that like kind of like sharpen certain things and help with certain other things. You know, I've got like this deal running. I've got this enhancer running. Pretty basic stuff though. I've got this compressor going. That's at a pretty decently low threshold. And what we're doing here is what mastering is like this really elusive thing that like you can't find a lot of stuff online, and it costs a bunch of money to get like someone to master your stuff. But really what it is it's taking your mix to like that final last level, like kind of sharpening certain things, making it just kind of pop and work really well. So I taught myself how to do it. I don't know if I do it right. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen. We're checking the loudness of the track. And if anything needs to be adjusted. And you can see, right? It's like super chill. This is clearly where the drum beat comes in. And then it chills out again. You can see it in the transient. Already, I would like to turn down some of the ultra high frequencies, like in the 13,000 range, the 13,000 hertz range. Oh yeah, definitely. These bad boys right here are not good. They're a little too loud. Why don't we do maybe like 13,000? And what we'll do is we'll make it a bit dynamic. Let's have a decent cue. Let's trim it back to 11. And so when it crosses that, you can see it's ducking it. These bass frequencies are like right on the edge of me wanting to trim them a bit. Like that is a little too much. Really, it's more like that, like this, like 90 range, and maybe let's like make the Q a little bit bigger, and we can raise it a little bit. That sounds fine to me. There's something about this that I don't love. Here's another great thing as an artist, you guys. Another great tip. It doesn't matter what kind of art you do. Sometimes if you don't love it, that's fine. I know a lot of people who work on stuff forever because it's not up to their standard or they're frustrated or something. There's something, like, I don't think it's a huge deal, but there's something here. I bet it's right here. This, there's something about it that's a little too much. Right there. 450. That group. It's a little much. Let's again throw in, like, I love these dynamic ones that just kind of do it for you. Let's go back. Let's listen to that one more time. Yeah, you can see it like right really here. Let's bring that down a little bit more even. Way more. One more time. That is much better. Let's expand it a little bit just to kind of round it out, right? As it pulls those frequencies down a little bit. That sounds fine. Okay. I'm playing Stardew right now, and this is like the perfect music to go with the game. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Okay, 100%, 1000% get that. I think we're talking about like it's okay. I'm so critical of my own work, but not nearly as critical of other people's. This is perfect for Stardew. Thank you. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna reset our ears, because one of the things is when you listen to the same thing over and over again, you like kind of lose your ability to like hear it very clearly. So we're going to listen to one of my other songs really quick. I usually listen to a song from Intercept, actually. Stellar Stream is it's a good song for me to reset my ears. for mastering. We're going to listen to it and then we'll go back in one more time. So the way that it resets our ears, and this is ideally what the transient will look like. It'll have space up at the top. It's good to listen to something and see when I'm mastering not on stream, I listen to different songs. You really have to just pick a song that you like, that you know that it sounds good, and it just kind of helps get you out of your own head. So I used to listen to Intentions by Justin Bieber, or there's a song by Mandy Moore called When I Wasn't Watching that I would listen to kind of like reset my ears. And I listen to each one for different reasons, depending on what I was working on, but I listen to this one for this reason, because these bells that are going to come in, I really mixed well, and it kind of helps me not feel too overwhelmed by high frequency, because these are high frequency. These Pocky were so good, I'm going to eat another one. And if you guys like this song is on my album Intercept, which is on all streaming stuff. You can find it there. This song turned out so nice. Okay, we will finish it, because normally I wouldn't finish it. I feel pretty good now, but I feel like it would be weird for me not to finish it. Brave just redeemed eye contact. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish this song. It's almost done. Then we will go back into that other one. We'll listen through one more time with the song, and I actually want to measure the loudness of it and see if it needs to be changed. And I don't need to be watching this iPad during that time, and I will make eye contact with you, Grave. You know, I was approached by another music producer who wanted to do a collaboration with me. And it was before this song came out. I didn't realize I was going to release it on an album. And I totally sent him all the files for that song, and we never collabed. If you're watching this, Band-Aid, his name is or his DJ name or whatever is Band-Aid. We should do that. All right, here we go. There's the camera. Those mid frequencies sound like way better now. I'm much happier with them. They were too loud, you guys. Ideally, the better job you do mixing, the less work you do during the mastering process. So if I would have taken my time more, or spent more time mixing, probably we wouldn't have had to do all of that. I would have fixed it in that part of the process, not in this one. I always wonder if I'm going to lose viewers from doing this. One part that's awkward about it is if you like maintain eye contact with a person, right? There's two eyes to look at, but with a camera there's just one, so it's like you're looking at a cyclops. See, someone wrote something. I'll look at it eventually. It's almost done. There's 2 minutes of eye contact. Bean just head dived into my help. What? Don't worry about the viewers. I worry about the viewers. Oh, okay. Look at that. 17.4. That means it's quiet. Which it doesn't sound quiet to me, but I have my headphones on like really freaking loud. Let me turn that down. We want to aim for about 14, negative 14 lufs. So if it's a negative 17, man, we could freaking turn this bad boy up. Let's do 3.5. All right, let's try that again. This is the fun part where you just like set it and walk away and let it go through. No, Grave, I'm not worried about not having fun. What I'm worried about is driving the viewers away. Driving them away. I just want to throw out there that when we were mixing and mastering tracks off of the OPZ, which only has 8 tracks on it max, and I never use 8 tracks. I think I use max of 7, sometimes as little as 5 or 4. I can mix a song and master it in like 20 minutes and we'll be done and we could do something else for the rest of the stream. And it's already been an hour and we're not even like fully finished with this process. Oh, and look, you can see this. So if you're wondering what this is a limiter. And so basically whenever it gets too loud, it's squashing it. You can see it here. And it tells you how much it's squashing it for. Because this is what music looks like, guys. This is what modern music is. I have a lot of friends, I think I brought it up in another stream, that are like, oh, I wanna, I guess they could watch my streams now, but they're like, oh, I wanna be there and watch you record some piano music or something. And I'm like, I really don't think you want that. I don't think you realize what you're talking about, and it's really not that great. Okay, see how it's at 14? That's ideal. That's the ideal for Spotify. Now it's at 13.9. That's a little loud. But it does have a quiet part at the end, so I'm hoping it'll come back down. And this is like an integrated over the course of the whole track. This is about how loud it is. There's a few different options. You can do like a short term where it's like it shows you how loud it is at any given part instead of kind of like using an algorithm to determine how loud it is as a whole. Let me turn up my headphones a little bit because I'm going deaf. Man, look at that. That's like a little bit too loud, but I think it'll be fine. Perfect. 13.9, that is good enough for me. All right, this is good enough. So we're going to delete the unmastered track. What was this called? I just deleted it. Crap. What is this track called? Ocean Swells. Do you guys like... You know, it's funny because I can remember most of the names for my songs, but especially in the beginning, I have a hard time. I just come up with something. Like my wife and I come up with these. My wife is a writing major. That's why they're so dramatic sounding. Ocean of Stars. You know, that kind of stuff. Okay, guys, we need a whole new deal here. So you guys can see some of my file management. We need a new folder. I am naming the album after Blackheart's suggestion. Current Drifts, if I can spell right. Drifts. You know, I almost want to make this like a Tokyo Drift reference because of how much I love the Fast and Furious saga, but we're not going to because we're professionals. Current Drifts. Okay, so now, and this is what it looks like. Look at how beautiful it is. It's a little long. Let's trim and fade it. We're going to do a 1/2 second fade in, and we are going to do a 5 second fade out. That fade out can start, man, that's like, perfect. So it sounds like this when it starts. And then here. Man, that freaking, I almost never get it right on the money like that very well. All right, so now we have the trimmed version. I like to just, so usually you can do that kind of stuff in your DAW, but I really like audio. This app is called Audio Share, and I really like the situation that it runs in. So this is the new way it looks. Isn't that beautiful? I like their trimming tools. It works really well. Guys, this song is done. We are finished with it. And that part cuts through just like I want it to. The thing is that normally my music is really chill, which I suppose this is really chill, but with it being underwater vibes and summer vibes, I also want it to cut. I want when you're like listening to it, you know, I'm thinking of like driving in the car with the windows down, with windblown hair, you know, sunlight on your skin, you know, those kinds of chill, happy vibes, not like cold in the void of space, which is like my go-to normally. Sounds good. It sounds good. Look at how beautiful that transient looks. Look at that. You see that space there? Isn't that one of the most beautiful transients you've ever seen? This song feels warm for sure. Thank you, Soy. Hydrate. Yes. Thank you, Grave. I've been eating a lot. The panning and the stereo delay on that turned out really good. It sounds right to me. Wow, guys, we made this. This is beautiful. I love it. It turned out so good. Nice little ad in there. That turned out so beautiful. Wow. Good job, everybody. Good job. Pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back. Yeah. We did that. That turned out really nice. Oh, guys, I've got people coming over. Whoa. What am I doing? Just going through my notifications here. Let's see. Ocean swells turned out nice. Okay, so one important thing for musicians in general and just people is you should have good file management. Current drifts, I have it. Perfect. Let's move you into the current drifts folder because that song is done. What? Perfect. Okay, so now we have Sly Submersion, which is named after our very own Sly Dillinger. I don't even know if he's in here anymore. What does this one sound like? I don't even remember. Oh, it's the cello one. Abby, you weren't in that stream because you were having a good time, but when you left, I was like, I was gonna put a cello in one song, but you said you played cello and I got really nervous, so I just didn't do it. But with you gone, I was like, we can use cello now because Abby's not here. She's not gonna judge my cello lines. Oh, this one turned out nice. I should work on this at some point. All right, we are not going to keep mixing and mastering, though. We will change it up a little bit. You know what? It's been about an hour, so why don't we actually look for somebody to raid, you guys? Let's listen to this song again. I'm just going to put it on a loop. Let's listen to this song that we wrote. Let's find somebody to raid. And, I'm actually excited about raiding somebody because now that I'm... I did do eye contact, Grave. Were you not looking? I did eye contact for a whole song. Once I get this, I'm gonna start working on this setup here. So who can we raid? We got Elkhorn possibly. I know Tiffany is doing a charity stream and she has 109 viewers. And I know that Tiffany doesn't like it when I raid her. So let's raid. I'm not even going to do it to a vote today. You know what it is? This is going to sound so funny. I feel like I raid Tiffany every Friday. It's Friday for me. It's Thursday for you guys. And I think I raid her every single time. So, and usually you guys choose it, but this time I want to choose it. Let's see. Oh, for a minute I'm like listening to her. Karen, no worries. You are here late and we're about to raid. Welcome in. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go raid Tiffany and make her mad. It's good to see you, Karen. Love you. You guys are great. Thank you for all of your support and everything that you guys do. Thank you for being here with me as we work on this track. I will catch you guys next week and hopefully maybe start streaming some games if I can get everything worked out. Love you guys. David gifting out a bunch of stuff right as we're about to leave. Have a good night. I can't even hit raid because David's gift thing is in the way. Did JD raid? Basically, that's what it feels like. All right, let's raid. Did it happen? It did.